Hey everybody, Warren here, and welcome to Week 5 Entrepreneurial Finance, BA315. And so we're into our last week. So far so good. Guys, I got one of my little quotes up here. Like I used to be a runner in high school, so I kind of always liked that quote. And as some of you know from the last video last week, I put the little question, what and you figured out that's where I was going. With the schedule we have at Bryan, we have the terms running all year long except over the, December holidays. So sometimes, and I know some of you folks do it too, the only chance you get to take a vacation is when, I don't know, in between work and stuff. But anyway, so that's what we did. Went on a little quick vacation last week down to Disney World, Florida type place. And so let me see. That one is that's me, of course, and my wife. And my wife's in a wheelchair because she had her knee replaced. So let me see. Is there another one here? Da, da, da. Yeah, that's my son, grandson, his wife doing that. And let me see. The best picture, of course, is this one, because that's the grand man with his wizard hat and everything. So, but anyway, so we did that, and for us, maybe it was the first time everybody could get together in like over 10 years. It's also a money thing, so I mean, it's worth the money. It's very expensive, but I know some people mentioned, they would like to go there or haven't been, but will go again. And so, yeah, I mean, those that's been there, great place to go if you haven't been there. Um, you know, be I highly recommend it. Of course, got to spend 10 years getting the money together or something like that, like we did. So, but anyway, okay, on here. Um, into the current week, last week, and for the most part, like on the discussion forums, everybody's been doing real well. I mean, there's good interaction, talking about things in there, so no problem. Whoops, wrong week. No problems there. The homework's another story because some of you find, some have accounting background or the math classes, and that's one of the assumptions with this course is that you've already done math. You've got some college math and you've done some accounting courses behind you. So in some cases, some of you are having some difficulties and you've been in touch with me. So we just need to keep doing that and get you through this. This course is not supposed to make you an accounting wizard, but it is supposed to make you familiar enough to where you know what you're looking at. We get into that. Um, that should be part of it. Like last week's here. I mean, 5 C's. I mean, so like say everybody's good interaction there, good discussion. And all 5 of those are actually important. Trying to prioritize them, or saying, well, which is the most important. I mean, that's why there's 5 of them. It's kind of like the car. You got 4 wheels. You do it with 3. So they're all important. So everybody had some good feedback in there and so forth. Now the homeworks, they're, like I say, some of you are doing great, some are having some problems, and again, it is difficult. I will admit this is a difficult course when it comes to doing these homeworks, and so those of you that are having problems, you've been in touch with me. Um, Again, I'm going to pull up week 4 here. Dun, 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 just I mean, basically, you know, um, if you need help, let me know and I can help you. We talked about 5 C's part, part of the homework here. Um, so just let me know, where you're at, if you need some help, and we'll get you through this. Going into week 5 here, you got 2 chapters. You got 14 and 15. 14 harvesting the business and harvesting. So we're basically talking about um, reaping the rewards, and also planning excuse me, exit strategy. One of the things about investors, entrepreneurs that do things like investing is um, most of them don't really care what your business is. What they care about is this part right here, the exit strategy. How are they going to get out of it? How are they going to make money off of your business? You're going to borrow their money. You're going to make a plan. You're going to give them back. Like one of those questions was, how the one on the 150,000. Hey, I invest 100,000. I'm going to get 150 back. Those are the type of things that investors are looking for. How are they going to make, how feasible is it for them to make that money? So that's where things like this exit strategy comes in. And years ago, when I was getting my MBA, and we had somebody come in and give a lecture on that, and that was the first thing they talked about. Is that that's what, even if you're not an investor, you're your own investor. It's your business. What is your exit strategy? So that's another, that gets into another subject, but it's like, okay, do you have a plan to be able to get out without losing everything? So that is all part of the planning for, an entrepreneurship, owning, or, starting up a business type thing. So there's a lot of good info in the slides here in the chapter, a lot of good info in that. So that's just one of the many things. So the other chapter covers, all right, the troubled adventures, turning around, opportunities. So again, when you start having problems, a lot of companies have problems that are financially distressed. How are you going to get out of it? And it's no different than personal finances. How do we, I'm assuming everybody I'm talking to, and myself included, we've had financial difficulties at one time or another. So same thing with a business. How are you going to fix it? How are you going to get out of it? What are you going to do? What are you not going to do? So lots of things there. They even got bankruptcy down here. A lot of businesses do bankruptcy. What it does is protects them from creditors coming after them and shutting them down. But at the same time, the creditors still get paid back over time. So I mean, there's lots of different options, and companies can bounce back. Believe it or not, I meant talking about Disney, but there was a time years ago, and if I remember right, it seemed like it was in the 80s or somewhere, where Disney was even having problems. So they did some other things, did some other merging. Pixar, Pixar and different things came up, and so there's lots of examples out there of even the big companies that were having problems, and they had to kind of redesign themselves and pizza business, with Little Caesars. Some of you may know I was a Domino guy, but Little Caesars was a big heavy hitter and ran into problems and pretty much almost went under. And for years they were having problems. Now they're doing the $5 thing, and that seems to be working for them. But again, that's just an example of companies that almost went under and figured out a way to recover. So anyway, so again, this chapter, a lot of good stuff in there too. So all right, so week 5, we got discussion again. Everybody doing great in the discussions. Just keep doing that, because lots of interaction, participation, so we like that. Your homework again, let me see, internet activity here. This week, if I'm thinking right, you have a different homework. You don't have to mess with the accounting. Yeah, so here you go. So I guess there you go. So you can homework this week, you get a break. So that's good, but you do have the final and the quiz. Also the evaluation. That's how we get to know if anything's right, wrong. If you have a comment, be it negative or positive, let us know, so we know if there's anything we need to fix or something maybe a little better, or whatever the case is. So if you do that, we appreciate it. And with that, I think we'll call it quits. I will show you one more picture here, just so you can tell me something about it and on the reply and the discussions, and that way I know you've seen the video. And with that, we will call it I guess we'll call it a week. So I had enjoyed having everybody in the class, and some of you have been with me before. Some of you are going to be with me in future classes, so we'll see you again in another week in some of these other classes. And with that, let's call it a week. Everybody have a great week, and get in touch if you need anything. Yeah, use the message system. You can email, text, or call. And with that, talk to you guys next time. So have a great week. Take care.